summarize the main features of your ONVIF standards?
Okay, well, basically, originally, as you know, that ONVIF actually was initiated by Access, Bosch, and Sony. And the original idea for ONVIF is to make a standard for video surveillance products. So it was only focused on video surveillance in the first beginning. However, just in March this year, March 2010, the organization actually has been expanded the scope to include the access control into the scope as well. That means that all the IP-based physical security devices will be able to communicate and talk to each other. So as we know that, previously at the analog stage, it's basically plug and play. That means that whatever products that you buy, whatever brand, whatever manufacturers they are from, it doesn't really matter, because as long as you can hook it up to the device, like either DVR or some other products, it's all interoperable. But now with the IP, you have to work on a lot of the integration, and even after you work on the integration for like 3-4 months, it doesn't really guarantee you that everything will work smoothly. So the objective for ONVIF is to make a standard and to let all the video surveillance products based on IP to be able to operate interoperably.
According to the latest IMS research, why ONVIF seems to be superior to CPSIA, 40% of the market share. Okay, what do you think about that?
Actually, I think that's a very great news. That means that a lot of people actually are really thinking about joining or adopting the standardization. I think that's a very good sign. But again, I think it's better to have 2 standards than 1 or 100, because now we have 2 IP standardization organizations. That means that each organization will be able to push each other to get better and to be able to cover the standards as wide as possible and as fast as possible. So I think this is a very healthy and generic growth to have 2 standardization organizations in the market right now. And of course, the approach is different, but it's difficult to say that which one is better, which one is not. But I think the more important thing right now is that there are more and more companies focusing on this and to make a better future for the IP surveillance world and IP security world as well.
So from the technical point of view, the rules by ONVIF and from PSA are very different. So why should a company comply with either one or another one?
Well, actually, I think that will be depending on the manufacturer or supplier's decision if they want to choose 1 instead of 2. Right? So, personally, from our point of view as an Asian manufacturer, what we want to do is just like, and what we're thinking is simply that we cannot afford to lose all the opportunity or any of the opportunities. So currently there are, each standard have we have customers requesting for that. We have customers requesting for PSIA compliant products, and we have customers requesting for ONVIF conformant products as well. So from our point of view, since we have the resource and we think that it's a very important issue for the industry and for the market, so we decide to adopt both standards into our products. So in the end, I think that will really depend on the supplier's decision that if they want to choose 1 or both.
And according to you, the third one, HD CCTVs, for your competitor or something different?
No, it's not a competition at all. HD CCTV basically is promoting the idea of high definition. And as we know, especially in video surveillance, high definition is more and more focused and stressed. Because simply, in the old age, without high definition, even there is a camera on site, and if there is a criminal activities, probably, there's a big chance that you see what happened, but you don't know what exactly happened. You cannot see the face of the person, you cannot see the license plate of the vehicle. So that's the point for video for high definition, is that it's just higher clarity and higher resolution to be able to let you see what exactly is happening over there. So I think it's not competition at all. And on the other hand, I think it's a very complementary organization for PSIA and ONVIF.
What are you doing to promote your standards around the world?
Actually, I think a lot of the work that we do as an ONVIF member, I think we sort of like more focused on, first of all, getting more and more suppliers adopting ONVIF specification. Alright, and then they would have the product ready. On the other hand, we promote the benefits for like either manufacturers, system integrators, and even the end users, for them to know that what's good for them to adopt the standardization. That means that everything will be a lot easier. It won't be like that previously you have to work so hard to make everything work. It will be able to work with each other in the very beginning when you buy the product already, and that will be a whole new world for security market.
Should you send a message to companies to promote ONVIF, to choose ONVIF standards? What would you say to companies or end users?
I think we had some discussion yesterday at the panel discussion as well, that what's good for manufacturers to adopt ONVIF or PSI or any of the standards, right? So I mean, basically, it's less risk. That means that whatever you provide, whatever you manufacture, that means that it's being able to use in the market with whoever solution that the customers choose from, right? So that means that you don't have to work and you don't have to worry too much about like, oh, I have this new product with my proprietary protocol. Will I be able to talk to this company? And if this company choosing another platform, will I be able to work with them? And maybe you'll be like 3 months or 4 months or 1 year later, you'll be able to work with them. I lose the business opportunity. So basically, in that regards, actually that reduces a lot of risk from the manufacturers. So I think that will be a big advantage for them. On the other hand, from the end user's point of view, it let them have more options for choosing products. For example, if they have a platform ready in place, all right, and that means that they can, and now they have company A to supply the network cameras, they have company B to supply the NVR products or the storage devices. In the old world, they have to stick with those two because it's been integrated and they cannot afford to change any suppliers. But now, they can choose whatever the best the market can offer. That means that apart from company A and B, they can also go for C, D, E, F, G, etc. There'll be endless selections and options they can choose. So that's a lot easier for them to guarantee that they have the best the market has to offer.